In the series titled Shumatsu no Valkyrie, or Record of Ragnarok, there lays a character who was potentially one of the strongest characters in all of manga, anime, or even just fiction. And this is Adam, the father of man. And I'm going to go over a lot of his feats and abilities and explain why he is just completely broken when it comes to not only his own series, but basically if you put him in any other series, he's going to be completely broken. And so I'm going to say there will be some spoilers for his battle in the series of Record of Ragnarok or Shumatsu no Valkyrie, but that's mainly going to be based on his feats of power. But I will be doing a narrative analysis on his actual fight with his father, Zeus, where I just kind of talk about the themes and the narrative, and that would be very different. And that's because I think that Zeus versus Adam is one of the greatest fights that I've ever read. And so I'm going to give you a brief kind of talk of what Shumatsu no Valkyrie is. Shumatsu no Valkyrie is a seinen manga where it is basically like a tournament of power, but better, and that's the entire synopsis of the story. Basically, the gods get together from multiple pantheons. They decide that they need to erase humanity, but in order to do so, they have to entitle the Record of Ragnarok, where they do a martial arts tournament where they bring in a bunch of human heroes and they have to fight against the gods. And the first basically 6 losses is the one. So basically, if the humans win, they get to survive for another few thousand years. If the gods win, the humanity gets erased. And to basically bridge the gap in power, the Valkyrie commit Volund, which turns themselves into a weapon, and it creates a spirit bond with one of these earthly heroes, which amplifies their power drastically on top of what they already were. Keep in mind that a lot of these heroes are already superhuman abilities in nature. For example, Lubu was so strong he could split clouds in the sky with the swing of his blade, and other characters are really strong as well. So that's kind of the synopsis, and in this, it's the second fight of the series. It is Adam, the father of man, versus Zeus, the god of gods. And not only is it a great fight, but it displays the power of this series. Basically, Zeus is supposed to be the progenitor god. He created everything. He's created the universe. He's witnessed and survived the Big Bang. So you can easily argue that Zeus is a universal level being, but it goes even beyond that. But anyways, let's talk about Adam a little bit and his powers. So now, most of his feats in this series, in his only fight, is with a Volund, which is a brass knuckles, a knuckle duster. So it does augment his physical abilities and make his punches even stronger, but we don't know how much. So most of the skilling is going to be including that Volund, but we do know that Adam is still very strong without the Volund, without the magical knuckle dusters, because he defeated a giant soldier casually and defeated the serpent from Christian mythology casually as well. Because this is based on Adam's ability called Eyes of the Lord. This is a technique that lets him basically dodge any attack, copy said attack, and launch it back at the enemy even stronger than before. And this is probably one of the most broken techniques in all of fiction, and I will basically explain why. So it starts off in the fight of Adam fighting Zeus, and Zeus is throwing punches at super fast speeds. Basically, it starts off at like lightning speed. Adam dodges it, punches back. And Zeus keeps getting faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. And Adam is just dodging it casually and casually and casually. And then basically what happens is Adam brings up the word father, which triggers Zeus. And it turns him into his, at the time, is his most powerful state. And it gives us a flashback of during when the gods, like the Olympians, like Zeus, fought the Titans. And Zeus fought and killed his father, Kronos, who was the personification of time. So this shows that Zeus surpassed time to defeat him, but then absorbed all of his own father's powers, and he gets this amped, like, super buff state, and he's gonna punch Adam, and it's stated that his punch surpasses time, and yet Adam dodges it and punches it right back at Zeus. This shows that with his technique, Eyes of the Lord, Adam has immeasurable speed since he can actually surpass time. And the importance with surpassing time and immeasurable speed is it's really just hard to describe how fast immeasurable speed is, because, you know, you can have infinite speed and then immeasurable speed is much, much higher than that. It's like unquantifiably higher. It's super hard to describe, but So that's what Adam can do. And then Zeus gets an even stronger form called his Adamus form, where he's way stronger than his form when he surpassed time. And yet Adam is still defeating him, but then Zeus kind of finds a way to overpower Adam, and that is just using his strongest attacks over and over and over and over again. And because of what this kind of does is that in this Adamus form, his durability is the basically key to it. Now, yes, he's stronger and faster, but the main point of the Adamus is that he's more durable, which means he is punching back and forth at Adam, and then Adam is punching back with his technique. It's not doing as much to Zeus because of the Adamus durability, whereas the thing we find the weakness of Eyes of the Lord, and that is overheating, where if it's very powerful attacks over and over again, it's going to cause Adam, his eyes to bleed and his movements to weaken, him to overall weaken, and this leads to Zeus landing the first hit. But what's important here is that Adam takes several hits from Zeus, like many hits, and survives them all. So this shows his durability is off the charts, because a weaker version of Zeus, that punch surpassed time itself, and yet now an even stronger version of Zeus is hitting Adam multiple times, and Adam is surviving it, which shows that his durability is quite strong. And so basically, you easily argue that Adam has 40 or 5D in terms of his durability. He has a measurable speed, and then he has basically technique manipulation, or technique copying, or ability copying. I don't know what the exact word would be, but any technique he comes across, he can copy it and make it better on the dime. This is literally what he does. Like, everybody thinks that Adam's done for when Zeus surpasses time, and then Adam just dodges it and hits it right back at Zeus. And again, Zeus gets even stronger afterwards, and then Adam is still copying said techniques and doing quite well. So if you put any character, not any character, I'm sure some characters get out of it, let's say Vanessa from the Black Bulls, she has fate manipulation. Well, Adam's gonna get the same thing because he can copy with Eyes of the Lord and make it even better. If we talk about like the Kamehameha, Adam's gonna be able to do that. He's gonna copy it and make it better. Basically anything that Adam sees with Eyes of the Lord, he will be able to copy and then make it even better. And like I said, he has shown feats of immeasurable speed, which is just crazy. So this shows that Adam is absolutely insane. Immeasurable speed, if I guess it's, if I were to describe it, it's like you can move so fast that you've basically hit before you even threw your like punch, because like it affects the very concept of time. And if you surpass time, then you'd have immeasurable speed, and that just puts Adam as a beast. He's not a shonen character, he's a seinen, but if you compare him to shonen characters, he is probably well above many characters. I honestly do believe that he probably would defeat Ultra Instinct Goku pretty easily, because Ultra Instinct Goku is like infinite speed at best. I haven't seen any arguments for immeasurable speed. And then basically Adam could just copy Ultra Instinct and make it better, and all of anything that Goku throws at Adam, it's going to be thrown back by Adam at Goku even better. So yes, Adam would probably utterly curb stomp mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, and maybe even characters like Beerus, Whis, and the Grand Priest, maybe even the Omni King. Don't know, because like I said, or not like I said, like most people know, a lot of those characters like Whis, the Grand Priest, and Omni King are featless, so we don't know exactly what they'd be able to do. But yeah, Adam's destroying Goku, and it's probably not even close. I mean, he could literally copy anything, and anything that Goku throws, it's not going to be really that fast, because immeasurable speed is just way above infinite speed, which is what Goku can be argued to have, even though most people don't necessarily agree with that. But anyways, guys, that's it for my video. Just want to bring up Adam, the father of man, from Record of Ragnarok, or Shumatsu no Valkyrie, and just give kind of a bit of a respect thread in video format of what he can do. Again, it's hard to do a respect thread when somebody only has one fight, well, one main fight and some lore, but he like Eyes of the Lord, this technique is extremely broken. He is basically defeating so many characters in fiction, and I guess the only issue you'd have against people is somebody that is extremely strong who then also has infinite stamina, because that's the only thing with Eyes of the Lord, is that it basically has a limit. But anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts down below if you enjoyed this video. Let me know who you think could defeat Adam, because that'd be pretty interesting to me. Let me know characters you think could defeat Adam. Please do leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you guys all have an amazing day. Plus...